Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another T&L's Arizona adventure. Today we're at the Hatchery Trailhead. It's part of the Highline Trail outside of Payson. We're not going to be taking the Highline Trail, just a very short distance. We're going to take you on a family-friendly, dog-friendly, kid-friendly hike that in about a mile of easy trail walking you'll be able to have creek access. There's also berries and plenty of places to explore, and you'll see the trail's really well defined and y'all will have no problem. Enjoy! So when you get to the bottom of the hill from the Hatchery Trail sign, you're going to see this sign, of which is one of the Highline Trail markers. You're going to go straight ahead across the creek. You have an option of heading left on the Highline Trail, or you'll see just a little ways up a Fisherman's Use Trail that goes off to your right that you can kind of route find along the creek if you want to go that way. Real pretty, some blackberry patches. Or the way we're going to take you guys today is down the trail with no name. It's another Fisherman's Use Trail in about a mile. You'll have creek access. It's easy for kids, dogs. It's wide open. It's a little exposed. There's some shade areas though, but it's fun. And it's all downhill to the creek. A really easily and identifiable edible of the deserts is manzanita. You can't miss them. They're beautiful, like rust-colored branches and such. And when the berries become, I guess a deep, kind of like the color of the branches and such, if you had to, you can eat them. Beware, there's a bunch of seeds in the middle, so what you do is you just eat the outside carefully, and you'll see all the seeds. They're kind of dry, but they have an apple taste to them. But the darker, rust color they are, the better they're going to taste. So if you're ever starving out in the woods, you can eat them.
All right, so when you get down to this area, it's kind of an open area right here. Coming down the hill, you're going to see that there's a trail off to the left. This trail leads down to a really beautiful waterfall. So I'm going to take you down here real quick, and we'll walk down there and show you what that looks like.
So we've come down the hill, we're taking a snack break. Nothing like that, and what is it?
Eli
jerky.
Eli beef jerky.
Everybody likes it.
Yep, Eli stands for everybody likes it. Yummy stuff.
So I wanted to mention to you guys, if you're ever out hiking in the woods with a bunch of these ponderosas and you smell like what you think is vanilla, it's because you're right. Wish you had smell-o-vision. You just put your nose in these deep little cracks, like such, and oh my God, it smells like the most beautiful vanilla in the world. So another wild edible, and you can, I got pictures on my phone, you take pictures and then you can refer to these leaves. You can't mistake, and they're all viney, but what these are canyon grapes. They taste just like Concord grapes. When they're deep purple like that, don't bite into them, because they got like at least 1 or 2 seeds in the middle of them. But they're amazing. I collected a bunch of these in Sedona last year, and I actually made grape juice. So you guys have a better idea, these canyon grapes, they'll vine all over. I guess you could call it a host tree branch. So that'd give you a better idea what they look like. You can't mistake them. They're just long vines. And then what I did, I'm gonna keep my eye out. Find a bunch of them. I harvested a bunch of them to take home, and I mean, just to give you an idea how big they are. They're tiny, but they are tasty. So here are dandelions, easily identifiable. I'm sure everybody's had them in their yard at one point in time. But those are actually edible too, the leaves and the flowers. Watch out for bugs. They don't taste like much of nothing. The leaves, I lost my leaf. You can collect the leaves and use them in salad. Another bonus wild edibles along this trail, you're going to find blackberry patches all over the place. And I mean, they're huge. Huge patches. Some of them are holding more berries than others. But still, I mean, wow. They are all over by this creek. I think we're going to call this the waterfall trail.
Is that what we're going to do?
I think so, because there's waterfall after waterfall after waterfall.
Good thinking you.
Remember we were talking about dog friendly. So we just left the waterfall that way about 1/8 of a mile back, and Tonto Creek, of which we've been following, merges at a point with a creek called Dick Williams, which is a much smaller creek. It's spring-fed out of the Mogollon Rim. So we're hiking along on the trail, and this is a fine specimen of an alligator juniper. They call them alligator junipers because the bark resembles the skin of an alligator. I'm going to take a guess this tree's probably somewhere between 800 and 1,000 years old. This is one of the bigger ones that we've come across outside of Payson in the mountains. So we're back at the Jeep, and we did about 5 miles. So just as a note to you guys, 5 miles is the second big waterfall, which is a slide rock waterfall. Really cool, nice to have lunch by. Trail's very straightforward. Blackberry patches, all sorts of good stuff for the kids, the dogs, and everything, as you probably saw already.
Yeah, 2.5 miles in, 2.5 miles out wasn't a bad trip at all. The second waterfall was definitely cool. They call it Slide Rock, so it's a nice place. I don't know if I'd go sliding down it or not, but
looks a little bit rough.
Looks a little rough to me, but beautiful place to stop and have lunch halfway through the trail. Good place to turn around and come back out. But
yeah, it's a nice monsoon type hike. You know, when you have a little bit of chance of monsoon. On the way out, the path is a little bit exposed, but we lucked out. It clouded over, and we actually got drizzled on, which was really cool. The temperature dropped by, I don't know, 10 degrees.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was
out right
amazing.
Now. Beautiful out right now.
Perfect monsoon hike.
So if you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. See you on the trail.